Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Janine Between the Lines, Literature and Lifestyle for Leisure. Welcome back. It is 2022. Happy 2022. Give this a thumbs up if we are optimistic and positive that this year is going to be better than last, because we all need that. I especially need that. It feels so good to be recording again, and I have made a resolve to not make any promises that I can't keep, but here is to hoping that I can stick to my word, and try to get some consistency on here, because I have made more time in my life to hopefully dedicate to the podcast. I just want to thank you guys for sticking around and listening even through my unannounced hiatuses. Today's episode is a long anticipated episode with a very special guest. Some say the most special guest that I may have had on this podcast, which says a lot because I've had a lot of pretty cool guests. Kind of just talking about 2021 highlights, outlook for 2022, and some life updates. Maybe we'll play another game because you guys really seem to like those too. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around during my ups and downs. So much to update you guys on. If you like this podcast, like it, love it, share it, review it on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, because plot twist, your girl is a droid girl now. Please don't let that be the cause of any unfollows. But I'm not gonna lie, I think this quality is pretty bomb for still having a broken mic. So we really are taking it back to the old days. I feel humbled recording via phone like this again. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope you enjoy the episode. I haven't done an in-person podcast with someone in a long time. The past two have been over the phone. Mm-hmm. I think Abby was the last one I did one in person with.
You had one with Cass. You said you really liked doing that over the phone. I think the limitations of COVID were kind of had to.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I did it with Cass over the phone too. We recorded it right here. I was using my freaking desk as my anchor. My anchor?
I'm a captive guest.
A captive guest?
We live in the same home.
Can you just tell me, just to start out, what you're feeling right now?
Well, I want to feel like a true co-host.
Oh, a co-host?
I want to feel like a true, if we're going to do it, I want to be in it.
Not even a guest? You want to be a co-host?
I mean, I want to run this ish.
Are you kidding me?
Might as well.
Look up to Teddy behind the Betty.
Hey, we're here on the Racks and Stacks of the Memory Lane Morning Show. You got your guest co-host DJ Teddy Diesel and Janine Between the Beans. Welcome.
Wait, what did you just say about
the Memory Lane Morning Show?
Memory Lane Morning Show? All right, rebrand. Are you kidding me?
Well, we can't tell people.
All right, we'll keep that under wraps.
Yeah. Give the people what they want, though.
Okay, that is a good idea. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
So coffee's on.
Coffee's been great.
And I have been, if you guys don't know, this is Mr. Lemaster.
Hello.
Not only is he a knight among peasants. Let me not be that girl.
It's gonna happen.
Honey, This is a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
Long time listener to my adjacent. And I didn't want to start the podcast off being because I have had this idea at ever since we met and you started listening, I was like, let's do like what our love languages are and see how compatible we are.
Oh no.
Isn't that terrible?
I think if you would have started right from the get-go with like a lovey-dovey podcast, your followership would have plummeted.
I don't know.
No, they love it?
You want to know why? Because
Why?
I think I told you before. For some reason, my listeners love the personal stuff rather than
I
the
get that.
book
I get
related.
that. Yeah.
And I think it is like a relatability factor.
I feel you.
Do you think I'm like relatable?
Can't relate.
You jerk. But anyways, this has been a long time coming. I talk about it. You witnessed firsthand my procrastination nation. And it's not because I don't love recording. It's just because my time in 2021 has been like, which we'll get into later. It was just so restricted and I didn't have time to even just do anything that really made me happy because I drowned myself in work. And not only have the people been waiting for you to be on the pod, they've just been waiting on the pod in general because I just have been
that's totally
it.
I'm also at fault there because I've been not procrastinating, but I was like I don't know, should I do it?
Oh my god.
Can I get into this?
You want to know what's funny? Because Teddy is like the spice to my spackle, you know?
Quit. What does that even mean? When you're spackling a house, you're not in there with salt and pepper. You're in there with like grouting tongues.
Filling some holes.
Hey man, we got a hole in this wall. We need some Old Bay.
Little seasonings.
The salt to my spackle.
But I'm just
no, we got
saying,
we got a little zing and pep.
I like
the
that.
back and forth.
That's
thing.
why people love us.
Yeah, I get that.
Because like
Quick-witted.
You know, I tell everyone that in some ways you're way more articulate than I am.
No.
Yes, it just on different subjects.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah. Like that episode of The Office where they were doing trivia. And Andy's like, you're my ESPN, my, what did you say? He's like, you're my CNN, you guys are my Sports Weekly, and I'm E! News. Or something like that.
Jim's my sports guy.
Yeah.
Daryl's my ESPN classic.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That was what it is.
Oh, that was a good one.
So I've been dying to have you on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just, and very rarely I've had one guy on the pod, other than my brothers, Franklin. And I just think they just bring a new edge. A new flavor. So if you don't end up being a guest / co-host on another, dude, Memory Lane Morning Show, are you freaking...
That just came off the zip.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to develop that. TM.
The Memory Lane Morning
That's perfect, dude. And then, oh my god. Okay, so I just, I wanted it to be hella casual, you know? So I just want to start off saying, how's your week going? It's Monday. How are you feeling? Let's check in.
Not bad. So for the viewers, I am a security officer at Maine Medical Center, and I get to help, de-escalate some pretty avid, aggressive psych patients down in the emergency department.
They are pretty avid.
Pretty erratic behavior, and well, I recently, have been feeling pretty hot shit at work.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I've been kind of killing it.
You have been.
No, it was a good week. I mean, every day's a weird day. You never really know what you're getting into, honestly. But
can't really complain.
No. We had a code gray is like a behavioral thing. We had so many code grays that I had to go up to, and I recently got spit in the face by a 34-year-old. It was terrible.
You don't know the joy I feel. Actually, you do know, because I tell you every day. I'm like, I didn't know what I was missing until my boyfie was in the same field as I.
Well, no, because I think that's... No, it genuinely is. I was telling Henry, one of my coworkers, about this too.
Hi, Henry.
Henry, shout out. I was telling him about this too. I was like, it's so comforting, like, just being able to speak the same language as your significant other. Because when I was in the military, like, they have their own, abbreviations and acronyms and stuff that you can get completely lost in the weeds to. So when it was, when we were finally able to, like, go to work and come back and like debrief with one another and start talking about like
That's literally my favorite word.
debrief. It's a military term. No, we would just talk about things and it was way easier because we were sprechen sie the same lingity, you know.
I don't understand you.
Speaking the same language.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that, because you would come home after like a long day of work in Virginia and the nature of your job was you couldn't tell me everything.
No. I was an intelligence analyst. And it was all top secret and I couldn't say shit.
You'd come home like hella sad, and you know that meme where like there's the person with the broom and like the guy's throwing up and they're comforting him from like a broom's length away. That was literally me.
No, it's different now, and it's easier to just like come home, hurry up, decompress, because you know you can actually articulate everything and then just get it out of the way and forget about work.
Yeah.
You know, kind of let that baggage loose at the door.
Exactly.
Then, the rest of the day follows.
While also respecting HIPAA laws.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Well, I had a pretty good week, too. We both have been feeling pretty on top of the world. I don't know if I told everyone, but our puppy is scratching at the door. But I just recently started working in Boston, and I've been telling everybody that I'm realizing I feel like I'm becoming my best self, and that environment is helping like potentiate the crap out of me. Like I just being in a work environment that is very kind of more intense than what I'm used to, and being around a really diverse group of people in a place that I've wanted to work since I was a new graduate nurse.
Right.
I just love Boston in general. There's just so much to do, and it freaking makes me feel like an absolute OG.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Boston and Massachusetts in general is just, like, pushed to the forefront of, like, academia. Like,
academia and healthcare,
Healthcare, academia. Like, people are going there and gravitating towards these larger cities because they know this is, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
This is where it's at. If you want experience and you want it right here and now, freaking do a 3 month, 6 month stint. 6 month stint. 3 month, 6 month stint. No, just do like a quick stint out there, and you're gonna be in such a diverse crowd. Like if you're going somewhere from the South, and you're not really familiar with a lot of things, and you're kind of stuck in your old ways, or you're a townie, like.
Yeah.
Freaking, this place could humble you for real.
And they have Korean barbecue too.
And that's a freaking top.
That's actually like
absolute
key.
Dude, Loki is being a menace.
I know. He's gonna tire himself out. When we take our little 15-minute break, we'll handle that thing.
Yeah, he's a dingus.
Yeah, well, that's your son. So there's that.
No, he's your son when he's being bad.
You say that, and I just think this whole thing's a partnership, so
You're right. Memory lane has to be a unit.
Yeah. An absolute unit.
Absolute unit. I agree.
I went into this and I saw a was it on Instagram? I think it was on Instagram or Twitter, and I thought it was interesting because when I came into the new year, one of my main premises for like setting myself up in my mindset was I need to just chill. Like 2020, beginning of COVID, everything shut down. I couldn't do anything, and I felt that my freedom was taken away, like to do what I wanted to do.
Sure.
2021, things like started somewhat opening up and all this, and that was my unnecessary cue to be like, all right, so I guess I'll just do 2,000 things at once and wonder why I was literally in the worst mental shape of my life.
Yeah.
And so 2022, I just keep telling everyone, I'm like, dude, I just want to freaking coast.
Yeah.
I want to be happy. I want to not stress out about every single freaking thing. And I want to have fun and not overload my plate and give myself time to love and take care of myself. Right. And it has to be that way. So, did you, I don't feel like I've never gotten a straightforward answer from you. Are you a New Year's resolution guy?
I was kind of back in the day. I'm not really so much anymore. I'm starting as I age rapidly and deteriorate.
He's literally 12 years old.
Oh, stop.
He's a leap year baby. No. So technically he's like 6.5.
Oh, what, like 8 or something? I don't I don't keep track. No, like as I get a little older, I just stop letting specific days dictate when I want to do something. But it also like a lot of times it can be set on the back burner, and you kind of need those reminders of like, hey, maybe I should like start shaping up a little bit. So maybe I should get back into like the New Year's resolution and, you know, start making guidelines for yourself. But I mean, you and I were talking recently like about, you know, bettering ourselves, and I was talking about going to the gym. And sometimes I think it's just, sometimes I just think it's like a realization of like, hey, maybe I just need to get back into it. I don't think it should be like a specific day.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be like a huge, you know, glorifying this one day. This is when you have to change.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But if I were to, I mean, if you're going to do it, you better go all out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
If you're really going to be a resolutioner, you should genuinely like, all right, throw out all the junk food if you're going to be getting into weight loss and healthier living. Like, I hate those people who go into it half-assed, who are like in the gym for like half a month and then start breaking open the bag of Fritos, you know? I mean, that's pretty much a lot of people. They get unmotivated real quick. So.
You want to know what's so funny?
What?
That TikTok or Instagram or Twitter thing that I saw, the reason why I wanted to do this is because they said February 15th, and this was a statistic that they did, is the day that like almost 79% of people have given up on their New Year's resolutions.
It's brutal.
I know, and I do agree. Like, they're having it just the start of a new year in general. It makes you want to New Year, new me. But also, you know, every day is an opportunity to change. You know what I mean?
But February 15th, though, do you think that also has to, you know, play hand in hand with February 14th, which is Valentine's Day? So, like, people are going into February 14th, like, they got all their goals, they're feeling good, and then they have this one day of love with their significant other and comfort, and, like, go out and they're like, oh, we'll just have one day, we spoil ourselves. Chocolate, you know, champagne, steak, whatever.
Steak with shrimp skewers on the side.
Don't get me started.
Steak
that's what we had.
Hanger steak.
but that's what I'm saying. They have that, like, you know, motivation, and then just one day that just derails them. That comfort day, you know, February 14th, and then the day after 79% falls off. That's what I'm saying. You don't need set days to show love. You don't need set days to start getting motivated, because if that's the case, like, it's gonna fall off.
I know, and I'm so conflicted on that, because I feel like everyone needs like a comfort day sometimes, and if you deprive yourself of something, then that's just going to make you want something more.
I get that. Yep.
Yeah, but basically the whole podcast is just gonna, I can't wait to freaking throw crap at you that you would never freaking expect.
Oh, great.
So I came up with this idea because I am the way that I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. I accept you in all of your endeavors.
How long have we been dating again?
Oh, that's a good question. You tell me. You never know the answer to this one.
August of Jalapeno 2019?
Of Jalapeno 19, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
But you're already, like, versed in my antics.
Well-versed.
Well-versed?
I'm quite an expert in Janine between the beans.
So nothing I do can, like, surprise you?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying, out of the vast majority of it, I would say that I got your number, you know?
All right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted this... I need to stop talking about how I wanted this podcast because we're already doing it. Okay?
Just live in it, you know?
Just live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
One life, one chance.
Yeah.
So, I took a blurb, and I didn't... Usually what I do, I think for the past 2 years... Can I believe we've been doing this for 2 years? But I recorded with my brothers, and I used a questionnaire that I got from some YouTubers, and I... like, reflected on things that I wanted to change, things that I wanted to do more of, and blah, 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 this. But I just thought it would be fun to recount the last year together and do just little, make it like a blurb factory, you know? So that's what this game is going to be called, Blurb Factory.
Blurb Factory.
You want to know the rules?
Can we form a union?
No, This isn't Monopoly. It's Catan.
Okay, go ahead.
So, The blur. The blur. You're always trying to freaking revolutionize against something.
That's right.
The idea of this is what I have prepared in my handy dandy notebook is a 12-month freaking thing, like a list, right?
Okay.
So every month I wrote down, I didn't realize I did both, but I wrote down a significant event that happened in the month of January, February, goes on.
Oh, yeah.
So a significant world event. And then not only that, next to it, I put a significant life event that happened between you and I.
Okay.
So what I want to do is we'll go month by month and we'll do like a little few minute blurb about each thing. I'll let you choose. Like for January, say world or say life. And I'll tell you what blurb I have written down. Man. And then we'll talk about briefly how we were feeling about that particular thing.
Do I have like a time limit?
No, we could just spend like no more than 5 minutes on each month.
Just when I get to, in the weeds, just smack me in the face as hard as you can. Okay.
But you're into that?
Wow. Then just do it anyway.
Well,
no, I'm down for this.
Okay.
I think we can do this.
Yeah, because don't lie to me. You like to hear the sound of your own voice too.
No, I like to hear what like monthly topic I'm about to dive into, because some might get a little
hairy.
A little hairy.
Yeah, you look handsome today.
Thank you. You look handsome too. What's up, guy?
Shut up, bro. All right, so wait. First of all, before we get into it, tell me. I already told you how I felt about 2021. What were your like overarching themes for that? I think
for 2021
individually, I'd say you had a pretty great year.
I would say the word of the year is growth. I would say that is
that's
probably...
What she said?
That's what she said? No, I would say, like, so much happened for us in 2021.
Yes.
And we had a lot of very minor setbacks, but in the grand scheme of things, like, we were killing it.
Dude, when I look at this list, you're gonna, like, die a little bit. Don't choose all life, though.
Okay.
Choose some world.
Some world? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in 2021, I realized... like, I needed to kind of step away from the world a little bit and focus on, like, us as to not, get wrapped up into, the current climate is just too much. And for
especially
people...
with you, too. You get wrapped up a bit sometimes.
I get a little... Which, and a lot of people tend to do that, and they lose sight of the important things, which is, home and relationships. And puppies. And your life.
Yeah.
And stop delving yourself into other people's lives so much,
I agree.
So, let's get her going.
All right.
I'm about this.
Do you want to go in order, or do you want to do, like, rando?
You are the host.
All right.
I'm a measly peasant under your reign.
I just called you a knight among peasants.
Well, I just cracked my neck. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
January.
Yeah.
Life or world?
Let's just go world. Why not?
This might be a long blurb.
Oh, shoot.
Joe Biden is inaugurated.
Never mind. Let's go. Look,
you don't want a baby blurb?
I just don't want to cause a rift.
Let's just do... This is a safe space.
I'm gonna... All right.
But also don't get me canceled.
Not gonna get you canceled. Look, this is what's gonna happen. This is my blanket statement.
Okay.
I'm not a Joe Biden supporter.
Okay.
I'm not a Donald Trump supporter.
Uh-huh.
I'm not any of these type of supporters. I have my own personal views and values that just don't seem to align with either party, which is totally okay, and people should speak out more about that. And it kind of has that open conversation of like, all right, repubs, demos, like sometimes we need to have some talks together, or have these like people who don't really side with either party so that we can mediate or like kind of talk things out. I genuinely think that people are our best asset. And if you're going to draw the line at two parties, then you're just going to have a rift no matter what.
In my early podcast, I mentioned that nurses, as someone who wants to further their education and be like a little more present, sometimes I feel an intense pressure to be in the political playing field, because a lot of like more notable nurses I know, they always push for, if you're not in the realm and voting and lobbying or this and that and this and that, like then you're not they almost say like you're not like a real nurse or advocating for your people, but also I've just never been the person to be involved in that kind of stuff. And I don't think that makes me a lesser person.
No, not at all. And I think people are too wrapped up in like that cancel culture part of it. Yeah. Of like, if you're not...
If you don't believe what I want you to believe,
if you want to be my lover, then you gotta be with my friends. Then...
I'm kind of like that with my lovers. Because all my friends have to like you, so...
Well, I mean, that's true. But no. I totally understand what you're talking about. But it shouldn't, like, you know, separate the artist from the art. Separate the views from the profession. Just let people... enjoy what they enjoy. If you have some disagreements, and if they are genuine, but that's the thing, like if they're genuinely like lines in the sand disagreements, then talk it out to the best of your ability. Don't like ignore that person or like shun them out. Like give them second chances. You were friends at one point, you loved them at one point in your life. Why would you just toss them out? You know, it doesn't make any sense. They win at that point.
So let's fast forward to exactly almost a year ago, February. Life or World?
Let's do life then.
Okay, your birthday.
Oh.
What did we do for your birthday last year?
I couldn't. Babe, my birthday is not significant enough for me to remember.
He's not a birthday person, and this is like... No. Because we're 100% the same in some things, but we're also 100% different in other things. Like, you know, I'm not going to lie. I haven't been as much of a birthday snob these past... couple years, but I definitely was for a while, and Teddy has never been a birthday snob. But I do know that what we did, which makes me happy to say, is we went to freaking Timber.
Oh yeah, our first Timber experience. Oh man,
the Timber experience.
Oh shoot. No, okay, so last year, February, we went to this place called Timber in Portland, Maine. Our lifeblood, our house. Okay. Best steak in Maine so far.
Best steak in Maine so far. If anyone has any other suggestions that could possibly like defeat that, I would like to fight you.
I got a filet mignon with a lump of crab meat on top. And
he's a Maryland guy.
I'm a Marylander. And I'm very particular about my crab meat. And boy, it just works so perfectly. Like the surf and turf, it was like butter.
That slid down your gullet.
That's what she said. But yeah, 100%. That was like the best part. And honestly, we kind of started like a new tradition.
Yeah,
like,
we go there like every year.
Yeah, we go there every year, and like we sit in the same spot.
We did.
And, yeah, that's kind of like a cute thing.
Yeah, I want to throw up.
And their creme brulee, bro.
I can't believe they didn't have it last time.
I was upset, but also not really, because it's still a great experience every time.
You're correct. All right, buddy.
Yeah, what you got?
March. Life or World?
I'll do another life. Why not?
Another life. Okay. Yeah. I got my acceptance to start my teaching job.
Oh, shoot. So that was like a huge life change for you. So this is like the start of you piling on crap that you know for a fact.
Sweet for me.
Yeah, because you loved it to start.
I did.
You enjoyed it.
I did.
And you still,
I still enjoy teaching, and I think I was, not gonna lie, I have a very, how do I say this? My self-image, I am shrouded in unspeakable pride.
Okay.
And I am very self-conscious and self-critical of myself. And when I accomplish things, I don't know, I feel very heavily about how I am. Right. The things that I do to, up my professional standpoint and all that. And yes, I was so freaking stoked, because in my head, this was my mindset. I was like, Jesus Christ, like my resume is going to look freaking dank. Like I'm going to have I haven't even graduated yet. I've already started teaching. I'm getting immersed in like academia. Right. Maybe this is something I want to do.
And you know what the best part about that was though?
What?
None of it was, I don't think any of it was out of vanity. And I don't think any of it was like to make yourself, obviously as from a competition point from like in the field of nursing, you absolutely had to bolster your resume and make sure that was looking good, but I don't think it was like a self-image thing or like a status thing for you at all. It every single point when you told me like, hey, I think I want to pursue this, and you always came at it with like facts and figures. That's just how you are. Like, hey, this is what I think I want to do. And I'm like, oh,
I always
yeah, girl.
do, don't I?
Yeah, and you always like have a list and you'll sit me down. Like, you're like, hey, we have a meeting at 9:30. We're going to be talking about my professional goals. But no, at no time have I ever like saw you pursue things without like all this love and passion behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was never like, I'm going to do this because I think other people would like,
Yeah.
Or so anything like that. It didn't come from like, a vain place.
Yeah, love and passion led straight to burnout.
Exactly. But no, I think that comes with like our upbringing and wanting to be a professional, and
that is true.
Our moms both raised us to being, likable people.
Yeah.
And
people that strive for things,
successful.
I don't regret a thing, and I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
With teaching, I have learned a lot.
Yeah. Stress management.
Ugh, have I?
Yeah.
I think I have. At this point, like while we record today, I definitely think that I have. But I think the reason for that is now having time to reflect on it and change it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you definitely overloaded yourself to where I don't think you had the time to kind of
I couldn't even
sit back,
recover.
Yeah, and have like those lessons to yourself of like, okay, I could have done this better because it was just on to the next thing.
Exactly. It was like the minute I got a break, I was like, all right, I got to drive 3.5 hours to Machias now.
Yep, pretty much. And fit in everything else as you could.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It sucked a lot.
It sucked, but it was also like, you're right, life lessons there.
And I'm grateful where I am now.
Yeah, because if you don't have that suck, how on earth are you going to thrive in the real world?
Yeah, if you don't suck.
Yeah, if you don't suck, how are you going to blow?
What?
I don't know.
Excuse me?
Well, I don't know.
This
is a different podcast. But...
This was a morning show. The morning wood.
Hey, this is that memory lane morning wood.
Please no, that is not it.
That's me and Henry's morning show. Okay, fine.
If you did a podcast with Henry, though,
we would get nothing done.
Yeah, you like.
It would be like 3 hours of just absolute nonsense.
That's kind of the best, though.
We'll probably just talk about work all day long.
That is true.
Yeah, which is fun. That can be fun.
All right, Hetty. April.
Give me a news headline. What do we got?
So this one I put a question mark, and I did an arrow from April to March because this event happened at the end of March, but also like towards April, and there was still a lot of media surrounding it.
Okay.
But in March/April, sorry if I don't have the dates right, there was the Atlanta shooting that the man murdered 8 Asian women, and the Stop Asian Hate movement came about. God.
And you know what the sad part was?
These are heavy.
That is a heavy, but it's an important topic too. It's like you see that, and it was just a highlight because obviously that stuff happens quite frequently because Asian hate and racism towards Asian people has been existing forever, you know, and it's terrible. And it's good that, it's not good, but it's like, it's good that sometimes we need a terrible event like that.
Yeah.
To shine a light.
Yeah.
Yeah. To shine a light on, because ever since then, we saw a bunch of other videos coming out and coming to light of like...
Abby and I talked about this when we recorded.
Like pushing over old men on the street. I saw a terrible video of an old woman getting, severely beaten and things like that, an old Asian lady. And it's things like that are disgusting and terrible, but also really shape like the next couple of months, years down the line. Next generations
and how we handle it.
How we approach, race and, equality and things like that. And I just think there are some disgusting, hateful people out there, and it takes, it takes that one moment for a lot of other good people to come to light and like, just kind of trump that crap.
Yeah.
I'm not in for the Asian hate. Definitely not. If you couldn't tell.
I don't remember, what's it called? I just remember after all that stuff was happened, I think I said it in Abby and I's podcast too. I feel extremely privileged that I've never been at least outwardly subject to anything like that.
Something that severe. Yeah.
But,
what a community of people, though.
I know. Yeah, you love your Asians.
What's wrong with that?
You're an honorary Asian, though.
Oh, no. I'm a white guy who's just grown up with them and loved them all my life.
Yeah, and he knows how to wrap egg rolls.
What's wrong with that? No.
There's literally nothing wrong. You're just making me want egg rolls.
Okay. No, I grew up with them. They're my family. I have, my best friends are Filipino, and I don't know, it's Italians and Filipinos. Their culture are very similar.
Yes, they are.
Very similar, and it's like, it's a very family-oriented, very, like, loud and expressive and loving and food, and just, yeah. It's definitely one of those, people that easily can just click and unite. Yeah.
My Lolo, when I told him about Teddy initially, with my freaking heart beating out of my throat because I've never had a boyfriend. And I was like, Lolo, he's Italian. And he like squinted a little bit. He was like, oh, he's Italian? He's like, all right, that's good. I like Italians. They're like Filipinos. They're like white Filipinos. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's
fine. He knows. Yeah. And like, Italians are literally... Because Filipinos, I was going to say Italians are like mob for real.
LOL. Wow.
We
so going sorry. Down that route?
But dude, like, them ties, it's like all so tight-knit and literally family over everything. So.
Oh god, there's so many factors that go into it.
Yeah, we could spend an hours. I guess we'll just have to do another pod.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right, what do we got for? Was it May?
May.
May. Started at May Medical Center in May.
You did?
Of 21. Yeah.
That's the only thing I played.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I wasn't even gonna give you an option.
Oh god, you weren't gonna give me like political or personal?
No.
All right. So what's the question on there?
I just put main med.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Exclamation point? I knew it. Why do I know you so well?
Let's learn about that.
Want to talk? Okay.
Yeah. Let's reflect on let's talk about when you first started, how you're feeling now versus how you're feeling when you began.
So, I mean, I guess with that, I'll compare it to like my previous job. So I was in the military for close to 5 years. I was an intelligence analyst at Andrews Air Force Base. That's how I met Joseph, Janine's brother, and became best friends. And the environment wasn't my favorite. I felt like it wasn't it wasn't for me. It wasn't as, I needed personal connection, and I spent a lot of my time behind 6 computer monitors and in a locked room, wasn't really my favorite. And I kind of always knew that I needed to work with people. And the medical field never really, appealed to me very much.
Yeah, I kind of just threw that application at you. I was like, I think you might be good at this.
And I was like, I don't know why I was so hesitant. I think it was kind of a nerves thing in the regard of like, am I going to be good enough for this job? Mm-hmm. Like, do I genuinely feel like I can work with patients enough to make them feel better? Or like, I don't know. I didn't really know what that job entailed, and you talking about it and talking it up with all of your travel experiences, it really like kind of fast forwarded me into it. And I was genuinely like, again, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right.
Yep.
I want to bring my military professionalism into it.
Yeah.
And maybe, if anything, I could, kind of pave the way for a more bolstered security system in May Medical Center.
I like that word.
I love using it. No, I genuinely, I was excited, and I'm still excited every day.
Yeah, so fast forward to now.
I genuinely love my job.
I love your peeps.
I love my peeps. I love, there's obviously stuff I don't love. There's a couple of, management things, but that's with any job.
Yes,
and exactly. if you don't know how to take the good with the bad, then you're just going to bounce from job to job, and your application's going to look like a freaking mess. It's like, I worked at Taco Bell for 4 days, and then I hit up the mall, and and then I was a doctor, and I didn't like that. What? And then I was on the oil rig.
And then I was a plant curator.
And now my brain is everywhere. No, I think if you can't roll with the punch, I don't. It's the I don't know what to do with my life voice. No, because look at the current climate.
Yeah.
Look at COVID. People have no idea.
Look at unemployment.
No, people have no idea what to do. Like, people are like, they went from their job where they were loving it every day pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And now they see it post-COVID and they're like, what? I'm crumbling. I don't even want to stay in this field anymore.
Yeah.
We're seeing
it's
that
sobering.
a lot in the medical community. Obviously, because it's based on, health.
Yeah.
It's just been rough. But no, I still see it as, if you're not going to ride or die with a job that you're genuinely passionate about, then you're not genuinely passionate about it.
Yeah. I have loved watching you grow into the job and just emulate and just freaking stunt on these guys.
Sometimes you got to do it.
Stunt 101.
No, I wouldn't say I'm stunting on. I'm not stunting on anybody. I just like to be.
You're stunting on your own, just your own goddamn self.
I know myself, and I want to be, the example to some of the younger guys to like, hey, step it up a little bit. And
all right, humble stunt.
I'm serious. No, it is. It shouldn't be a matter of showing out anymore. It should be showing out to teach.
To that and to better yourself and to better everyone around you.
Yeah.
Just be a freaking light. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
Like my tattoo, the even star, be a light in the dark places,
Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
He's not a Lord of the Rings fan.
No, I'm not. Oh, God.
Oh, all right, I guess.
Was that Dumbledore?
It was Galadriel.
If you can't see it right now, but she's fuming.
All right, you weirdo.
All right,
freaking June. Life or World?
World, why not?
Oh, crap.
What happened in June? Am I just brain dumping everything?
Israel's new government comes about. The Taliban overtakes Afghanistan. I'm sorry we're going into freaking intelligence stuff.
So this is kind of a
difficult.
This is kind of difficult one because I had a lot of information about this topic that I obviously can't and won't discuss, but I also have my personal views, so I'm just going to go into my personal views.
All right, yeah, just do a quick little.
Got it.
Yeah,
quick little blurb. I'm just going to talk about Afghanistan because Israel, holy nuggets and cheese. That is just such a
much
cluster F. I mean, so is Afghanistan in general, but the topic of the Taliban, oh man, it is so mind-boggling to me that the Taliban, a claimed terrorist organization from the United States, is running a country.
It's scary.
It's terrifying, and I don't think people think about it enough. And it's scary how complacent people can be, and like I think social media has really misconstrued like how scary this situation should be. Like people, when it first happened and the U.S. pulled out of Bagram and things like that, I've seen that. I've seen Bagram in all of its glory. It's not a great place to be. It's not a good place for the U.S. to be, but we genuinely, we're in there helping and, I'll say it again, bolstering some of their forces and things like that. So when we left, we kind of knew what was going to happen. We kind of knew where it was going to take us.
Mm-hmm.
And, it took us to, Ashraf Ghani fleeing the country and letting the Taliban take all the U.S. weaponry and stuff. I just saw on social media that as soon as that stuff happened, like, people were making memes out of, like, the Taliban using their gym equipment and, like, using their guns and stuff in a funny way. But, like, that's the beginning to how they can legitimately, like, control parts of the country.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Sorry.
No,
see,
okay.
you opened this Pandora's box.
I really did. That's why we need our own morning show.
I guess. No, if we're talking hours, I'll be in here with Afghanistan all day long. No, it was terrible how it started because it obviously started with the ending of multiple U.S. lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended with, the Taliban.
And it hasn't even ended yet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's currently still in the same spot as where we left it. And I can't say where we left it because a lot of people are against us even being out there in the first place. So
yeah, that is true.
I'm just going to zip my lips and like I said...
And eat your tips.
Steak tips. No, I told you I'm going to separate that and work on my little Portland home.
I think that's a great idea, and that's a perfect segue into July. So let's go life, because that one was pretty heavy.
That one's heavy. I'm sweating.
In July, Birthday snob over here.
Oh, yeah.
We went to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We freaking met
fun.
Julie. We met Ryan.
Yeah,
you
fun.
guys got freaking wasted. Tell me why. I don't know if we want to go into this.
We had so many, like, cute little tiki drinks.
Yeah.
And got wasted, bro. Me and Ryan went freaking ham on those cute little tiki mixed drinks and then went back to his house.
Had like 11% beers.
I blacked out and then ended up needing to use the restroom.
Are you telling this?
I am. I needed to use the restroom. I was like, hey Ryan, where's the bathroom? Do you know where the bathroom is? Like, he doesn't know where the bathroom is. And I think he gave me directions, and I just didn't listen to them, and I ended up walking into his mother's room while she was asleep at, 1 a.m.?
Did you make eye contact?
Of course I did. I flipped on the lights, and she, darts up out of bed and stares me deep in the eyes. I don't think I got any English words out. I was just, I'm sorry, and then just, slammed the door behind me. I don't even think I peed that night. I was like, hey,
nope.
I'm just going to go ahead and fucking forget about it because I'm so embarrassed. My pee just went back up inside me.
It just swallowed on
I'm
itself.
all set. Yeah.
I haven't seen you that drunk in a long time, and I hope tonight we get to see you that drunk.
Well, here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping. And
with my friends.
Let me just add that Ryan remembers nothing.
Okay.
Teddy brought the bottle from he wanted to take it home to Maine so we could put it on our beer wall, and I was driving and he threw that bottle on the street, shattered.
I totally don't remember that.
And then when I got him back in bed at our house, he sat up like a mummy and just wasn't connecting eyes with me and was pretty much just like, is there a trash can? And then I ran to get, because Teddy prides himself, he never throws up.
I'm not a puker, man.
When I tell you he threw up, it was stanky.
Yikes.
And he remembered nothing.
Not a thing. I think it was the mixture of, so.
Oh, yeah.
It was not just tiki drinks.
No, because we started
tiki
out
drinks,
with beer.
Stouts.
Yes.
Back to tiki drinks.
Yep.
And it was like.
And then a regular bar, just like regular martinis.
Yeah. It was brutal. I really treated my body like a trash can that day.
But it was worth it.
And then
because you're in love with Ryan.
Oh, I love Ryan. Yeah, of course. I was talking to him the other day. Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. August, my guy.
What else? I don't know. You pick. I can't decide anymore.
Life or world? Pick one or two.
One.
One. Okay. The emergence of the Delta variant.
Oh, yikes! So that's another thing that freaked people the F out, man.
Delta.
And created the booster.
Yep. Delta over Omicron. Delta, I feel like, was so...
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It was people were terrified because of how severe it was.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was the introduction to the beginning of the end of knowing that this is not going away anytime soon.
It was the end of, the flatten the curve mentality. It was like people kind of gave up hope on that and was like, is this the new normal? Or what is this now?
Yep.
They had to kind of adapt. And I think that was the true birthplace of podcasts, because if you think about it, I'm not going to say that because podcasts have been here forever and ever and ever, but I think it genuinely shined a light more so on podcasts because morning shows canceled, late night shows canceled because nobody gives a shit about that programming anymore.
Yeah.
Celebrities started becoming a little more obsolete.
Yeah.
Aside from Marvel franchises and stuff that people are already super into.
Yeah.
It's nobody's going out to watch movies. Nobody's which is terrible for us because we're such movie people.
Yeah.
And I think we're fortunate enough that in Maine it's a little different and people still love going out to movies and whatnot. But no, it really kind of fast forwarded, how people adapted to that lifestyle and really shined a light on technology and how we're kind of replacing that with human contact.
That is true.
We're all going to be robots by 2025.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
September.
Life
Personal.
World.
Personal?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
What am I gonna say?
I don't know. September 11th?
No.
Abby's birthday?
Oh, she's gonna love you. Remember that.
I only know it because it's the day of a national tragedy.
Yeah, her birth.
Yeah, her birth. No, never mind. We're getting off of this topic.
No. Her freaking siblings joke about it.
Actually, that's hilarious.
They literally post pictures. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Come on, your family.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know what happened in September?
No, what happened
He's
in
out
September?
there.
What happened in September?
He is out there.
I know. I'm trying to ignore him. No, we took Loki home.
Loki
September 8th?
came.
September 8th?
I think so.
Yeah. Our big boy.
Our second child.
Holy crap, dude.
He's 41 pounds now.
43 pounds.
Crud
This
nuggets.
boy is 43 pounds and all of 7 months old for an English bulldog. Let me just tell you,
He's
it's been
the
an
joy of our
absolute privilege, but I hate him to my core.
I want to cuddle his stomach, but also throw him in the trash.
Yeah. No, he's a great dog. He's the freaking
He's learning
best.
now.
Yeah.
He was a nightmare, maybe like even just
Yeah.
a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. No, he's gotten a lot better. I
Yeah.
think when we snip his little testes off, it's going to be smooth sailing from
he's
there.
a wrinkly god.
He is a wrinkly god.
I
No,
love him so much.
He took up all of my time as soon as he got here. I knew it was going to be like, no, let's get into this.
No, and I told
Let's
I
talk
told
about this
him.
one.
I told
Let's
him.
talk about this.
Let's talk about it. All
Yeah.
right, this is a medium blur.
Yeah.
Because I told Teddy we've been itching for an English bulldog,
Yeah.
and I've already told them the story about Chantilly, Virginia.
Let's not even
and,
say their name, as to give them free advertisement.
Like, we've been itching for it, and we were
Yeah.
just so paranoid, Teddy more than I, about
God.
this being a scam and all this. And
Yeah.
when he finally got to us, I told him, I was like, it's gonna be a lot. I'm still traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to have like this little baby come into our lives when I'm gonna be gone for a good portion of the week? And
That to me was without a question, of course. But it was more so like getting up to the point of actually having the dog, because you're right, I was like terrified of the scams.
Yeah.
And like potentially, because we almost got scammed before Chantilly.
Yeah.
Like that $500 deposit thing.
Yeah.
That stuff is so sketchy, and people have really taken advantage of COVID.
Yep.
In that regard of like scamming the living shit out of people. Like their hard-earned money of like, we can't go out to an actual dog breeder or like a shelter because of COVID, or we're terrified of it.
And you can only see them through pictures.
And you can only go see them through pictures. So they'll give you like this random bogus address to go to. You're standing there with your wiener in your left hand.
Your heart in the other.
And your heart in the other. And $500 less in your bank account. No, so I was terrified. And like with the amount of scams that I was getting before that, you remember when like my PS4 was getting hacked into?
Oh, yeah.
And the Chinese were calling me.
Yeah.
Well, but anyway, it was so nerve-wracking because Rhonda, love her. She gave us our little miracle. And the way she did it was a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I thank the Lord I had a little bit of vulnerability in that.
I don't think that it was sketchy. I just think we weren't used to this.
I think people are generally good, and we were around people that were not generally good for a while.
So we were tainted.
So we moved to a place where people, again, are generally good, and we weren't really used to it anymore. We kind of had to get back into that.
Yeah.
Like, wow, people are polite here. People don't drive like complete maniacs all the time. You know, on 495 with their headphones in and eyes closed and driving backwards. I don't know.
Highway.
Yeah, for real. No, it was a huge like leap for me.
Yeah, and now here we are. 43 pounds.
43 pounds later.
Clingy love.
I could not have asked for a more like dog like us. Like, a dog
that fits our lifestyle
perfectly. Like as soon as I saw him,
photos.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him and was able to like, you know, walk him a little bit, I was like, this dog already like can walk on the leash with me. He already loves me to freaking death. Like
he already smells like a baby.
He is a baby. And when I was driving home with him, hon, I swear to God, he was literally just sitting in that chair and I had my arm there, and he was just kind of resting on it the whole time. It was like a bond was being created.
I know.
Day.
He's a daddy's boy.
He really
but when
is.
I'm home, he's a mama's boy.
Absolutely. The best part of September by far.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
How about October?
October.
Life or World?
Let's go another life one.
Another life?
I like our life. It's
my
great.
parents visited for the first time.
Oh my god.
Do we talk about this?
What do you mean? Did we talk about it?
Should we?
Should we? Yeah. I got freaking Janine's dad. What? What are you talking about? You said it.
All right, let's just not go into too. This
All
is
right.
little blurb, okay?
Right, little blurb.
Little blurb.
I'll let you lead the way for
All
this
right.
one. Yeah, go ahead.
Dad got stoned.
Janine's dad got stoned. It was dope.
It was dope. And they
legal here.
They met Loki for the first time.
It's legal here in Maine. Legal here in Maine.
Legal here in Maine.
Yep.
And my dad had the best time. And can I just say, I know I haven't been that gushy so far, but I just love how you are with my parents.
Oh, stop.
And they love you. And they know that I'm taken care of.
Well, and vice versa. You have a great growing relationship with my mom, especially within these last, few weeks and whatnot. But
yeah.
No, I love your parents, and I love when they come to town. And I want everybody to come up and visit. It kind of sucks because, we're so out of the way. Like 8 hours
but that's
plus from our
though,
hometown.
Because I know people come, it's a vacation. It really was a vacation for them.
And
they
we're
loved
such,
our city.
Yeah, we're such hosters and partiers. Like,
it's so annoying how
so
much we love
easy.
hosting.
It's so easy for people to come over and instantly be like, oh, this is the shit. We're having fun right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so, like I said, the climate again, like, people are not used to getting out of their freaking comfort zone anymore.
That's our personalities,
It's our personalities. We thrive on people
having fun in our
having
presence.
fun and making sure that everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
I tell all my friends, I'm like, look, if you're coming over, we have a guest room. Please utilize it because my goal is to get you either messed up or like having the best time of your life.
Yeah, and like never wanting to leave.
And never wanting to leave. So like, yeah.
Yeah, so just be warned. Like if you're ever invited to our house, you're just always going to.
And wait till the hot tub comes because I want a hot tub so bad for our other deck.
I mean, with this assignment, we can have it this year.
We're going to have a hot tub for sure. Guys, listeners out there.
Just come over.
If you're in the vicinity, please come over and have a snowball fight in a hot tub.
But you have to rate and review this podcast first.
Yeah, and you have to give us each $1,000 just to come through the door. That's how quality of a time you're gonna have.
That's the overhead.
Yeah, that's the overhead. It's $1,000 a head to get in. To buy a cup, it's like $500. It's a very exclusive party.
Oh my god.
When in reality, we have like 0.22 acres.
All funds go to renovations.
Yeah, we need to. Just kidding. No. We have a great life here, and I keep telling everybody to come visit. And when your parents came by, and your dad like genuinely told me, he was like, "You have a great spot here. I'm really happy. Like you guys are." It looks really great out here. And just taking people to our city, there's no better feeling.
Literally no better feeling.
Yeah, I love it.
We're almost getting to the end.
All right, well.
November. World or personal?
Let's do a world.
Yeah, we haven't done world in a while.
Let's do a world one.
Astro World.
Astro World. Oh, brutal. Wow.
I have a question.
This one I wasn't as, like, into.
Okay, so let me just ask you.
Okay.
Just... no judgment based on what you've been saying on social media because that's most of everyone's ability to consume news, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What are your thoughts on the people that are blaming Travis Scott?
I would
say...
his
fault?
Okay, so that's a little hairy, too, because, like, I think a lot of people like to reference other artists in this regard of, like... stopping the show if they see something. Yeah. You can't be, this is where it's going to get controversial.
It's hairy.
Because...
I didn't watch the documentary either.
I didn't either. There's a documentary for every fucking thing that comes out. I mean, as soon as Alec Baldwin accidentally shot a woman, there was a documentary like 3 days later.
That
it's
is
crazy.
True.
But no, this one is hairy because a lot of people like to compare, his way of concerting to other people's way. And I think they referenced, who was that? Nail Tech. Nail Tech.
Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow. They referenced one of his concerts, I think.
Yeah.
And he like completely stopped the crowd when he saw somebody like getting hurt.
Oh.
And I think that's how it should happen. I think that's, as an artist, it is your responsibility to play a dual role in the safety aspect. Yeah, you hire people to have, safety, but like you oversold the living shit out of that concert just for the sake of selling tickets. And we saw right up until the concert started, people were storming in there, knocking over barricades, and these little kids getting trampled.
It was children that died.
And it was disgusting to see. And in all honesty, I wasn't a big Travis Scott like fan before, but after it happened, it really shined a light on like, should we be taking like this crap more seriously?
Yeah,
like should people be like, hey, we should take a step back and like focus on like the safety of concerts and stuff like. I don't know. That was such an in the weeds thing. Yeah, and I think he lost a huge follower.
I think so.
Like a huge follower base. And it sucks, but also it's his responsibility too.
It's his responsibility.
He can't blame his safety team all for it.
Also, it's his responsibility, and it was really unfortunate. And on a lighter note, I just think that it was funny how people were making memes. It was like, that meme of like the guy hugging the girl that's like, babe, I want a PS4 or something. And they're just like, oh, baby, what do you want? Or something like that. Yeah. And now they're all like, oh, Travis is like hugging on Kylie.
Oh my God.
And he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much really is he going to take that to heart and change?
Yeah. Well, everybody has that half-assed apology nowadays. Yeah. And like, they always have
Kylie
a way
apologized for him.
Yeah. They always have a roundabout way of doing things. For example, I really like him, but he made a terrible mistake, Morgan Wallen.
Oh, yeah.
When he said the N-word it was terrible. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you saw recently, he did a music video with a black guy.
He's back.
And now he's back. Like, you can just kind of do any type of roundabout apology, and now you're in the clear nowadays. And I'm like, I don't know if that should be the thing. I'm not saying to cancel people. I'm just saying when things are so severe, maybe you shouldn't be able to bounce back right away. Maybe you should have some consequences. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And having those half-assed apologies when you know for a fact he wasn't affected, kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts. Lots of people were hurt. Yeah. Lots of lives were lost.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think
a good time.
I think I did see something about him like trying to pay for funerals and stuff like that. But it's not preemptive, Yeah. It's very reactive of an artist to be like, oh, let me just play damage control and it'll be fine. No. You should every show you have from now on should have extensive security and safety measures now.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to do it. I don't know. It's again a topic I wasn't very well versed in, but I'm speaking to nonetheless.
December.
It's
life of the world.
We're getting in recently then.
Yeah.
So is this the last one then?
Yeah.
All right. Then you choose.
Okay, I'm going to go life.
Life, okay.
I met Carson for the first time.
Oh, baby Carson.
And you got COVID.
And I got COVID. Two very extremes. So
Can I
Carson,
just put this on the record?
Yeah.
I am amazing with babies.
Yeah. And I'm not, I guess.
No,
look. Listen. All right, so let's give some context. Baby Carson is my niece. She was born on my birthday.
Shout out to Carson.
Shout out Carson.
Carson.
Shout out Carson.
No.
My little New England's coming out,
It is.
No, it's not.
It
It's not. Carson is my niece via my sister's vagina.
Oh my God. Linz, I'm sorry.
Shout out Linz's vagina
Stop.
that pushed out baby Carson, the miracle of the world. I love her to death. She's the sweetest little baby.
Her first birthday's coming.
Her and Noah, my babies, I miss them every day. I think about them every day. And it was such a privilege to go and meet baby Carson. But she had a general disdain and absolute hate for me.
And I know why. Do you want to know my reasoning why?
It was because I was too excited and got all up in her face.
Yes, that and to have in a baby's mind, because I can directly put myself in her
into
shoes.
a child's mind.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Like,
what does that say?
This child, she like just woke up from a nap. That was strike one.
I couldn't control myself.
I know.
I love the baby.
I know. It's just like her synapses too. Like now that she's getting older. Because if she was like an infant, she probably wouldn't have like, it would have just been like a thing. But also, and then for me, I'm just like the light of her life. So, and I know.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's that.
I woke up baby Carson by like saying hi and
open, bright eyes, like all up in her face.
Instantly like hated me that entire day.
That was the first person to like not pass the vibe check with Teddy.
Definitely definitely took me for a loop.
Yeah, you had to recover for a little bit.
I genuinely did. I was actually sad.
I know.
At the Christmas party.
I could tell, and it was like I was trying.
They were all
to,
poking fun at it.
They were,
and I was not happy. I genuinely was like really sad that I couldn't hold my niece.
Yes.
So when we finally she bonded, it was in her little playpen.
Yeah.
And she was giving me kisses.
I know.
And she was playing with. I didn't want that moment to end for sure.
Yeah, I could tell that.
I love babies, and she was my blood.
Yes, low key. I was watching from a distance, and I didn't want to like come to your rescue because I feel like that would have hurt Pride even more. Mm-hmm. But like everyone was like, "Oh, she hates you. What did you do? She hates you." And like I could feel your soul just like crumbling.
Well, I tell you what, being the youngest male and the only male for all my life with my family, because I have 2 sisters and a mom, and a bunch of foster brothers that came later. But I was always the butt of the joke for a good amount of time. And which is, whatever. It builds character. I'm the man I am today with my family. But, like, when it came to, wanting to meet and love my niece, it hurt my feelings so bad.
I know, and it was the holidays.
I know, and it was the holidays, and I'm like, hey, yo, I'm gonna cry. And then let's talk about COVID.
Oh yeah, you were a victim of the Omicron.
The Omarion
You got this icebox.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, that was.
It was kind of terrible.
It was whatever.
It ruined our second Florida trip.
It definitely did. We couldn't go to Florida. I had to stay home in quarantine. I'm in healthcare, job now, so I had to be extra careful and quarantined for 10 days before they switched it to 5.
Yeah.
Because
shout out to the CDC.
Shout out to CDC who can't make up their mind. Hey yo.
Who's getting the big butts there? Calling the shots.
Hey yo, CEO Pfizer, $80 million. Okay. But no. So it sucked too because I didn't want to get Janine sick. I'm vaccinated, but I haven't been boosted, which is not like I don't know. It wasn't like a thing for me. That's another thing people are gonna be like,
he's not boosted? Go fuck yourself.
Morning show madness.
We'll get into that.
A series?
Janine, stop brainstorming. We're gonna have 17 podcasts by the end of it. No. So it sucked for 3 days. I was very nauseous. It kind of like went through my system pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. But again, it was just like I felt like shit. I had to drink a lot of water. I was super stuffed up and mucousy. Fatigue was a real big thing. And I could see, I genuinely was like, well, at least I get a better feel for what my patients are going through. Because, like, a lot of them are super terrified of this thing. And, like, they have a lot of pre-existing conditions. Mm-hmm. So it's probably hitting them a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
And if anything, I kind of got into the shoes of, like, these very vulnerable patients and was able to, like, put myself in the headspace of, like, okay, now I'm able to comfort these people a little better. Like, I experienced it firsthand, got it out of the way. I was kind of banking on never getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I got it, like, back when it first happened.
Yeah,
like,
I was just about to say that. Like, didn't you think that you had it, like, initially?
90% positive I had it when I was deployed in Germany.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, the guidelines weren't even there.
Yeah.
They had no quarantine days. They had to kind of make it up as they went. But with this one, I was definitely safe. We wore masks in our own house.
It was
We
terrible.
slept in different beds. It sucked.
I was so sad.
We were sad, but in all honesty, we were safe, and
Low key, we didn't follow
we did not follow this
for long enough.
No.
But isn't it so weird how you got it when I'm the immunocompromised, delicate?
Pretty
like,
much.
baby?
Well, this one was also proven to be like an extremely like
contagious
variant.
It was easy to contract.
And they said it was gonna like burn out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't fucking keep up with all the variants and the boosters, man. It's like it makes my head spin after a while.
But we did talk about, I think that my cocktail for being A-okay.
Yeah.
1, boosted.
Mm-hmm.
2, THC, man.
Oh my god.
I don't know if
that statistic is real.
Yeah, I didn't see like the friggin' research.
But if that's the case,
it.
I should be immune by now.
No,
I
if you
know.
were boosted, maybe.
I know. Maybe the booster works with weed and like creates a Omicron shield and like
your immune system is like freaking The Rock, just like freaking buff.
Yeah, man. Just Omicron cannot
it.
penetrate.
Oh.
No.
No penetration?
No penetration?
Why?
That's not my motto.
Why have we done this?
I don't know. It was fine though. And I don't know, I got over it.
You got over it.
Whatever. People need to stop.
People need to stop.
People need to stop.
So that was the year wrap up.
That was quite the journey.
You like that?
That we had there, yeah.
You like that shit?
I like that ish. What a journey. Let's just say for anybody. You know, live your journey. You know?
Ew, what is wrong with you?
I tell everybody to live their journey.
You got that from me.
That's okay. What's wrong with that?
I'm not mad at it. I'm just. Oh yeah.
What are you trying to just take cred with all this shit that I do?
I'm sorry. Live your journey, dude. Just do it. You know.
Live your journey, but only when I tell you to.
Only when it's my journey.
Yeah.
I dictate how your journey is.
Only
lived.
when it's my world and you're living in it.
So. Don't try to control this.
All right. Okay. All right.
So I mean, I hyped it up saying I had a plan, but I really don't.
It's a loose agenda.
Yeah.
That's a great agenda.
What's your so 2021 Dunzo. Do you have any outlooks into 2022? What's a goal, not a resolution?
Mm-hmm.
My final note in my notebook is you and I ? Us.
What does that mean?
So what's something that we're trying to achieve this year as for you as an individual, but then for us together? What do you think?
Ouch. Wow, we're really peeling back the onion, huh?
I just want to know like baseline. So we can, at the end of the year, if you end up loving this and want to record with me again,
what are your intentions with me?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, look, I think we already started the Memory Lane morning show. Like, that was instantly the first words that came out of my mouth.
Spin off?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it? Question mark?
Do it? Question mark? Leave it in the comments.
I have thoughts.
Should we do it?
Look.
All right.
I have thoughts.
Okay.
And you have thoughts. We're both articulate people. I don't see why it would be a bad idea.
So you're downsies.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying it could be good.
All right.
If that were to be an option we pursue.
That would make me come home every weekend.
Well, then let's do it then. There's nothing, better than seeing my lady. And
if I work on Sundays, we can do it on Anchor through the app. You know what I mean?
That's true. I don't know. I like these up close and personal podcasts. Get us back into the normalcy of 2019 before the world went to zombie apocalypse mode.
But also, even if we couldn't be, if I work on like Sundays, we could just record like 2 episodes in like a
logistics
week,
pending. How about that?
All right.
But no, I have some, goals as far as, what do you mean? Like,
any you want to disclose that you're working towards?
Like personal goals?
Yeah. And then do one or 2 personal goals and then a collective goal for you and I.
Okay. Well, I did talk briefly about wanting to get a little more fit. I recently saw some of my photos from tech school and how I was like all of 165, 170 of like pure lean meat Ted machine, And now I'm feeling a little because we do have to run to calls a lot at the hospital, and we have to handle patients, and I've recently kind of noticed myself getting super fatigued super quickly. And I'm like, wow. I was like, I'll run down to a call and like trip. I'm like, what the hell? My legs can't support me. What the heck? No, so it's just kind of like wanting to feel better and wanting to take my friends on that journey with me and be like, hey, yo, let's motivate each other. Let's get healthy. Like, I was talking to Henry about it, and I was like, let's get serious about it. Like, what's stopping us from going on our grind and getting into the gym and just feeling better about ourselves? Like,
I guess we're gonna have to have Henry on.
We're gonna have to. I guess we're speaking it into fruition here. But like, no, I genuinely feel the need to start feeling better. And it's not like I'm a super overweight guy, but I'm not at a comfortable place to where I'm like, damn, I look good. You know? Or feel good. It's not all about looking good. It's about feeling good and feeling motivated. Because once you start like adjusting your energy levels, you could leaps and bounds of what you can accomplish.
Because here's the thing, we have auto BD energy, like with just how things have been going with life in general. Imagine if we put that energy into like
That's what I'm saying. That's almost like my missing puzzle piece of like,
we will literally take over the world.
Essential, like perfect Zen peace and happiness. Because we moved up here to Maine, and it was one of our best decisions. It was a struggle, but like I said, if it doesn't come with a struggle, it doesn't come with a reward. So like, this is our reward, and we're not done yet. So keep grinding. Keep grinding. 2022 is the year of the grind. Fucking get up, rise and grind, go in there, put in some work in the gym. And then that really does motivate you to get into your personal goal grind, you know, because that kind of stems into the professional and personal goal. I do genuinely want to get into social work. I do want to get into helping people on a more emotional level, you know. Yeah. People have said that I'm a little more emotionally intelligent than the job needs, maybe. Yeah. I'm able to de-escalate and help people who are going through really rough times and experiences. And I don't know, I just feel like I have a story to tell. Yeah. And people
will benefit from that.
People like to mirror their stories off of other people's stories and kind of like relate, because at the end of the day, that's what we are, right? We're people. Yeah. We just need to connect. We're doing a damn podcast to connect with our viewers and our people. And we've lost a lot of that. We've lost a lot of that with COVID. Yeah. And it sucks, but it's good because now we get to shine a light on it and grow from it. Yeah. We get to break down those barriers of like zero communication with people and start to like learn people again. Yeah. And that can kind of be an adventure.
Is that your us goal too?
No, I would say...
Do you have an us goal? If not, that's
I don't know if I have an us goal. I would say keep rising and grinding. We play things by ear so easily. Like, we're a very off-the-cuff and riff type of couple. Yeah. Like, it's so easy for us to adapt to any climate or, like, take things by the reins and really shape them to however the hell we want. You know what my goal is? Get a damn hot tub. That's an us goal, get a hot tub.
I can get down with that.
Why? Do you have anything in mind that you would say?
So I guess I'll start with us. Yeah. That podcast.
All right.
No, that's my us goal now.
Now you're like fixated on it.
I'm actually fixated.
Yeah. Okay. That's not a terrible goal.
And then, a personal goal of mine, with going off of my whole freaking coasting thing. Right. I graduate in May. And my personal goal, with and without you, not in like a weird way, but like,
come on, but you're an individual.
I want to travel. I want to keep going places. We already have a few trips planned. Yep.
I feel like settling here has really kind of taken us away out of that travel mindset, and we go all over the place.
I know.
We can, like I said, we adapt to any place that we're at. Yeah. And we love to experience it all.
Yeah. So now that we've already like kind of established our home base, I'm ready to freaking
branch out.
Let's go see places. I want to go to Europe with you. Absolutely. And go to New Zealand. Yes. And I already have like the tropical things planned, and then we're going to Outer Banks with your family and probably throw in some Florida there. We're going to Hawaii. Yep. I'm going to go to Cancun with the ladies. And then I really want to throw in like a fall, like Europe trip or a New Zealand or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the only thing I want to focus on.
Yeah.
I will graduate and, my mind goes automatically to professional things I want to accomplish,
Right.
but I'm actively trying to reel that back. Oh, also, my goal that we talked about as well is 2022 is my year of being straightforward.
Okay.
My year of being unapologetic.
Oof.
And my
Good
year of...
You say sorry for stubbing your own toe.
I know. I say sorry to my toe.
I know.
I'm so sorry, I'm so
I put you in
clumsy.
that position.
Yeah. Yeah, and my year of not feeling bad about everything.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for me. I have a complex where I just
It's not your
think
complex, hon.
everything's...
You're a great person, and the last thing you want to do is hurt people or make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Which is not a terrible thing, but sometimes it's at
my own expense.
At your expense.
Yeah, and I'm
and
trying
that
to
can't
eradicate
happen.
that. Yeah. Because it messes with me. It messes with my happiness. It messes with how I feel about myself. And though I'm not going to say a lot of the things that happen that I'm apologetic for are not my fault, because sometimes a good portion they are, and I feel like I can rationalize with why something would be my fault. But I need to be a little more cognizant of like, don't apologize like straight off the bat. Have you seen, there's like tweets where it's like when you change that rhetoric to, instead of being like, I'm sorry I'm late, go to like, thank you for waiting on me.
Yeah.
And being more thankful and present in that sense. That's something that I really... And being in Boston and being around these like tough as nails nurses and employees and all that, like, and you know how patients can be terrible sometimes. I'm still in that mindset where I'm always trying to apologize for inconveniences that I can't control.
Right.
And I'm really trying to get out of that.
Well, let's also look at it this way too. Like, I know the biggest phrase of like 2021 was like, normalize this, normalize that.
Yeah.
How about we normalize making mistakes and learning from them, and stop criticizing people so easily of like, hey, you did that wrong, you are a bag of shit.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like people instantly, when they like feel like they're about to make a mistake or don't know something, they're so hesitant to try those new things, or like they're so easily discouraged that they will go their entire lives not doing that thing and regretting it. And then end up, instead of just taking that chance and looking stupid for a minute, and then like really going full swing into that thing.
Yeah. And also the idea, freaking Brene Brown, you're not a bad person. You did a bad thing, but that doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Not at all. And I think that's
shame talk.
Shame talk.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Shame is your game. Then you should be shamed.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just gross. People, like I said, people are your most valuable asset. And if you're just going to cut ties with those people because of a mistake or a slip of the tongue or something that they said, then maybe you're in the wrong there.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a look in the mirror and be like, maybe I need to change. Maybe I should, be more open to giving them a second chance.
What's the Big Mouth theme song?
Oh. I'm going through changes. I love that. Oh, that show fell off. Anyway,
It really did.
For me, anyway.
Do you, I don't know if you've listened to my pods in a long time, but this is how I end my, my podcasts.
Okay.
Do you remember how I end my podcast?
It's been a minute since you've done one, so I'm a little fuzzy. But
that is true.
It's okay.
Let's just start it with this.
Do it.
Know?
Yep.
It's a you don't want to do this?
Yeah. What? Come on.
My music mood.
Yes, sir.
For the past few months. 90s
yes.
R&B.
Man.
I've just been on this like kick. Like I'm not looking for new songs right now. I'm looking for my old favorites.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't get me started. Now we're gonna be in the kitchen making lunch to some Return to the Mac. No,
they don't.
Girl.
Can we just talk about how they don't make it like this anymore?
Number one, they don't make it like this no more. And number two, the Super Bowl halftime show was flames. And I think it sent people back into 2000s hip hop And I'm going to say, for me specifically, I've been listening to 50 nonstop. I've been listening to M. I've been listening to Dre. Oh my God. Tech 9.
So what's a throwback song that you've been loving right now?
Oh shit, anything from 50. 20. We've been singing 21 Questions.
Yeah, we're gonna play that one.
Or like, I don't know. We literally just had 2000s hip hop playlists in
That
here.
is true.
Like recently.
Freaking Eve.
Is that why you had me get my phone out?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Here I got recent like songs too. I'll look at those.
All right, give me one and then I'll play it.
Okay.
Or show it to me.
Ooh, that's so good. Let me just look at my playlist. Next to me.
All right, I'm gonna play one more that I've been
loving.
That
we just listened
that's a good one too.
That was a fire one.
All right, so this is my other one too. I've been like, I'm in a mode too, where I feel like I'm in middle school and I'm looking up lyrics.
Yes. Yeah, cause like back. Yeah. Yeah. What?
We about to get up.
I know, for real.
I used to love Pharrell.
No, I love it. Yeah. I tell you what, if it wasn't for Lauren, my sister,
Shout out to Lauren.
shout out Lauren, I would have never been into this shit. Yeah, what? Damn.
And then this was Teddy's. Hold on.
Absolute vibes.
All right, last one.
Yeah, last one. Yes, sir. Oh.
I was listening to some Petey Pablo
I'm
too.
telling you.
Lauren is gonna die when she
Yeah.
hears this.
It's that Baltimore in us, man.
Freaking Mario Winans. I want to truly understand how to treat a man. This is what I need.
Oh. No.
Hi, honey.
I genuinely, like, listening to these songs now has made me, like you said, like, want to learn the lyrics, because we didn't know what the hell we were singing back in the day. We were in, like, middle school or some shit. We were talking about
some fat rabbits.
we're listening to Big Joe out here. Oh my god. Fucking Fat Joe, like, with our...
Big Joe.
I said Big Joe. Large Joseph. Obese Josiah.
Oh man.
No, man. Oh god.
I love it.
Throwbacks.
Oh,
I'm
well,
all about
honey.
it. Yeah.
Final words. Do you have anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah. Listen to Janine Between the Lines.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Memory Lane Morning Show.
Oh, why did it stop?
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
No. I love you. I love this podcast. I love it because it's an open forum.
You like that?
Say whatever the hell you want. Yeah.
Be whoever the heck you want to be.
That's right.
Just do better, you
Just
know?
don't be sorry. Just don't be sorry.
Okay, I'll try.
Don't be sorry, be better.
Oh. You've been telling me that since we started dating.
Oh my god, I
And
want
it
to tell
pisses me off.
every nurse in May Medical Center.
Honey.
Don't be sorry. Be better. I'm just kidding.
God.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to start a rift.
I love you too.
I love you.
Thank you for being on.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, if you are a fan, follow Teddy on Twitter and on Instagram. It's TeddyLemon8. That's lemon with the number 8.
Mm-hmm.
For photos of
How
me.
creative.
And also, he's freaking hilarious sometimes.
No, I'm not.
No, on
Don't-
Twitter, it's
don't
actually
follow
a
me.
lot. It's actually really funny.
No.
Not only do I love you,
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys, listeners.
100%.
We are back and better than ever.
Full swing.
Hopefully this means I'll be more consistent, but you know.
No,
see
it's
how
true.
It goes.
Yeah.
I know.
You're in a-
Don't look
Look,
at me like that.
We're in a comfortable spot now.
You're right.
There's no excuse to not have pods for the people.
I know.
You're done with the... you said this is your coast time, so...
Yes.
Coast with that and ramp up these podcasts because the people want it. People need it.
Oh, I love you.
Love you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.